Okay, good evening, guys. It's nice to see us again, and I hope we had a good day. Um, okay, let's please confirm you can see my screen, please.
Yes, can see your screen.
Okay, thank you very much. So I would like connect my data. Please let's do the same from our end. Okay, okay. So from our last class, I hope it was all clear, and if there is anyone who has one or two questions concerning what we did the last time, can you like unmute and ask your question? You can ask away. If not, we can go into what we have today. Okay, so I would assume that there is no question. It's all clear.
Good
That's good.
evening.
Hi, good evening. What's your name,
Yeah, good
please?
evening. Yeah, my name is Remy.
Okay, ready.
Yes. Actually, though I've not had a chance to go through the video for the last
Okay,
class, but I'll just do that to catch up because I didn't follow I wasn't in the class anyway. Let me just put it that way
okay,
for the last class.
okay.
So I'm
Well,
hoping that I'll be able to catch up with them things today anyway.
yes, you will. Definitely you will. Because we will be picking up a new thing today. So and I'll be taking
Okay.
from scratch. So you will, but you should try as much as possible to go over the last the videos you mentioned so that you can catch up with other things as well.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So today we'll be delving into bar charts, pie charts, maps, and global axis, and would be doing one to impute the calculated field, and then we can then move forward. So the first thing we want to do today is we want to visualize the pie chart. After we visualize the pie chart, we then visualize the would visualize the donut chart as well. Then we can move forward. Okay, now the essence of uh, the pie chart is basically for us to know the percentage of, for example, the sales or the profits, depending on the data set or depending on what the organization wants. So we'll be demoing the pie chart now. So let's not forget our data set is still intact, and like we mentioned, we have quantitative and our qualitative data. So now, if we want to work with the pie chart, there are two ways we can do the pie chart. We can actually come through the show me, but if like I have my cursor on the pie here, and it says for pie charts, try one or more dimensions, one or two measures. So meaning that if you have one or two measures, and don't forget, you would see that the dimensions, it has a blue color on it, and the measures, it has green color. Simply says, these are our dimensions and these are our measures, right? I'll quickly check the chart. I think someone is this correct? Yes, okay, somebody already responded. Thank you very much. Okay, so, but I would want us to go through the shortcut. I would want us to, to go over it from our, using the normal way, and we can start. Now, the first thing we want to do is we want to come to our marks. Since we want to work with a pi, we want to change it to pi. Yeah. After changing our marks to pi, then for example, let's say we want to bring region to let's see. Okay, want to bring region to, let's say, want to bring our region to color. Region to color. Yeah. Now, one thing the Pi Tableau does is, because we've put region on color, like we did in our previous classes, it sees 4 regions, which is the east, the central, the west, and the south. Now, let's change our screen resolution. Let's change it to entire view so that our pie can be in the middle. Now, having selected our screen size, we can come to the size of the pie. We can decide to increase it as we like, or we can decide to decrease it, depending on how the analyst wants it. Yeah. Now, if we want to know the angle of the pie in relation to sales, let's say we want to know the angle of the pie in relation to sales, we can decide to bring our sales to angle. Let's say our sales is on angle. Now, we'll see that Tableau has splitted the sales by angle into how big the sales is in that particular region, how big the sales is, and it has splitted it. If we would see that the red color is quite smaller to the green color, and that shows the amount of sales in each region. Yeah, so it automatically divides the pie based on the different region sales amount. Now, if I want to ask us a question, what else do you think? And I would love us to unmute our mics and to talk. What else do we think we can bring to visualize more on this pie? If anybody can answer that question.
I'll say the actual numbers of profit by sales.
Okay. Is there anybody? Details. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. Thank you very much. Now we can as well, we can label the region, the pie rather. We can bring our since we are working with the region, we can bring our region, bring it to label. So it will automatically label the pie, and then as well we can bring our sales. Can bring our sales to label as well. It will label the sales of each region. But don't forget, we are not interested in the sum amount. We're interested in percentage. So we're interested in percentage. Now, to change this to percentage, what do? We click on our sum of sales. This drop down button right in front of it. If we click on it, we would see something like quick calculation, quick table calculation, quick table calculation. Once we select our quick table calculation, it will ask us how do you want the amount to show. Once we select percentage of total, it gives us the percentage of the sales by the region. So I'll take that again. Because our sum of sales is on the label, we've labeled it. Then we'll come to the sum of sales. We'll select quick table calculation, then we change it to the percentage of total. So it changes it automatically to the percentage of each region. So then the next thing we want to do now is, okay, we don't want two decimal places. We just want it to be a whole number. Then we can further go back here and format it like we used to, like we did the other time. So we want to come to field to select sum of sales. We have sum of sales and we have percentage of total sum of sales. And don't forget, we want to deal with the percentage because we've changed it to percentage. Then the next thing we want to do is we want to come to the numbers and we select the percentage. It's in two decimal places. Then we change it to 0 because we are not interested in decimal places. So once that might have been done, you want to like come to the color. We want to give it a border. For example, let's say we choose a white border. We can see that it has simply separated the pie.
Hi, Albert.
Hi.
Yeah, sorry for the formatting. Did you do it like right-clicking on one of the maps?
To format, you can right-click on the pie itself. For example, you can right-click on the pie, you'll see format. And at the same time, you can come to sum of sales here and right-click, you see format. Then it brings you to this window or this pop-up.
Okay. So what did you do?
Then you come to fields.
Okay.
The fields carry all the things you've been doing. For example, the region, if you want to format the region, if you want to format this the percentage of the total sums, if you want to format just the sum of sales. But we are interested in the percentage of the total sum of sales. However, as a data analyst, I'm sure everybody will have that's their choice of font size, font color, and all those stuff. You know, let's say we come to region let's say we want to format our region. The first thing I want to do is check the font type. For example, I love to use Tableau semi-bold, and I changed let's say to 10. However, it's not working. It's not, at times when you want to format, you would see that if no change is making effect, then you have to like look closely to what you're doing and you try as much as possible to look for solution. Because at times Tableau can act up like this, but most times you come to the workbook itself. This A is simply the workbook, and this is the workbook. Usually want to format the pane. Let's see. Now you see, usually I could I'm supposed to, once I select my region, it should actually give it to me like this usually, but at times it doesn't. So you have to like look for it. You just must come to the sheet and you have the pane. Then you can select the pane and select your sorry, somebody's calling me Jesus. So please hold on, guys. Okay, so I was talking about the formatting of a thing. So once we come to the pane, we are able to format easily and select the font size and stuff and the font size and every other thing inclusive. So and another thing is we can at the same time, for example, if we want the if we want the region to be below the percentage of the sum of sales, you can as well just come to under your marks here and bring region above, bring the sales above the region. So just like what we have here, it has simply got the percentage sum above and the region below. So with this, we know that West has about 32%, Central has about 22%, and we know we are making the most money in the West and in the East. So if and let's not forget, once we select our sum of sales to the label, it will come as the sum of the money or the sum of sales that was made. But we have to change it to percentage. That way it makes more sense. So if that's clear for us, we can further move on. Now,
just a quick question, please.
okay,
How did you take the percentage up and then brought the region down?
okay, so you see where my cursor is? My cursor is on region, or let's say my cursor is on some sales. You just have to hold your cursor and move it. Just move it above and release it. Then it works.
Yeah.
Is that fine?
So when I did that, I tried that before. It took it out. It took
So
up the region.
Did you release your cursor before dropping it?
I don't understand. So
Like when you carry it, you see, I'm carrying it. I'm not releasing my cursor. You get it? Then
Okay.
I move it to above region. Once I see this is where I want to leave it, then I leave it. Is that clear?
Okay. The same thing. It didn't work for me.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
Usually it should work. Are you using a mouse?
Yes, I'm using a mouse.
If you can try using your cursor itself and your
Okay.
and your hand.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, just press and hold on it, then move it up and drop it. However, you can use your mouse too, but you just have to like hold your mouse and that's it. Is that fine?
That's okay. It didn't work though, but let me know.
Yeah,
Keep the
I
class.
think the thing is when you move it, just make sure that it's in between, it's not on the other field, because I think I had the same issue. So just make sure that just check to be sure that it's in between where you want it to be, so that it doesn't overlap on the other one. I think that's what happened. It's overlapping.
Okay, if that's
Okay,
fine.
it worked. It worked. Thank you.
Okay, good.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, so let's open a new worksheet. Let's open a new worksheet. Now we've done the pie the manual way. So now let's try to do it in another way for us to arrive at the same level, just like we had the previous one. Now what we want to do now is let's move our region to rows. Where is my region? Let's move our region to row. Yeah, and let's select let's bring our sales to column. Yeah. So let's just click on pie here. You see, it has done the same thing. Then we can select the screen view and then come to our color, give it a border. Then we can now further bring our sales to label, bring our our region to label as well. Then we come to our sum sales. We add a quick table calculation, just like we had the other time. Then we can format it, the percentage of the total sales, percentage 0. And there we have it.
That was quite fast, sir.
Yes, I know it's fast. I will explain it. I don't mind taking it again, but
Okay.
this is more like the shortcut of what we did manually. It's actually the same thing. It's actually the same thing. But this show me button, what it does is, for example, let's say you want to do one or two things, and you probably might have selected one or more dimensions or one or more measures. Then you select it, and it gives you what you want. Then you further visualize it the way you want it to be. But the same thing we did here is the same thing I just did here. So okay, let me take it back. Okay, so what I did was I brought in my region to my rows, and I brought my sum of sales to my column. Then I select pi, because that's what I want. Then I change my screen size to entire view. Then I brought my sales to label the pi. Then I brought my region. Since I want to know the number of sales by region, I brought my region to the label part. Then I decided to change the sales to the percentage of the total sum amount of the sales, just like we have here. Then I decided to format it I want to change it to percentage. Then I come here. Please don't forget, we are dealing with percentage. Once you select percentage, you just bring down the decimal points. Then that's it. And we can then come to our colors, and we can give it a border, a white border, just to show separation on the patch, on the pie chart. Is that clear? If that's clear. I don't know, is that clear?
Yeah, that's
Okay, thank you very much. So now let's go to the donut chart. The donut chart is not more of a pie chart. It's more like but we'll see it. It's called donut chart. Let's open another sheet. Now,
just very quickly, Albert.
okay.
So this, for instance, you have like 21.82%. So how did you round it up to 22?
Okay. Now you come to your format. As you can see, there is a field here.
Yeah.
The field carries every information in the pie. So for example, let me click on the field. You see our region, our percentage of total sum sales, and our sum of sales itself. But don't forget, we are working with percentage of total sum of sales. So I select my percentage, then it brings me to the window where I can work on the percentage of the sum of sales. Now, if I want to change the font of the sum of sales, I can select it if I want to. However, I'm interested in formatting the percentage. Once you open the numbers, that's where your information is. Then you come to your percentage. You know, we're not dealing with currency, we're not dealing with numbers, we're dealing with the percentage. So once you select it, usually it will be around 2 decimal places. Then you just bring it down to 0.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. So once you bring down to 0, it automatically rounds up itself because it's more than 0.5. Okay, thank you. So now for us to have a donuts chart, because at the moment it's donut chart is more in vogue than just the normal pie chart, because the donut chart it does the same work of a pie chart, but it's more like it looks more advanced than just the normal ordinary pie chart. So now to create our donut chart, the first thing we want to do is create a calculated field. Now, a calculated field is just like when you are creating a field for calculation. Just like, for example, in your Power BI, they would say, okay, we want to write a DAX language or DAX calculation. So calculated field is just like the same thing in the DAX you write in your Power BI to give you a certain information. Let's say you do quantity multiplied by the sales amount of or the amount sold of that particular product. It gives you revenue or profit. You know, the same thing applies to calculated field here. But the calculated field we want to create, we'll call it 0. So now we have 3 ways or 3 methods that we can create a calculated field. We can create it by clicking on this drop down button. Once you select it, you'll see create calculated field. That's one. Secondly, we can, for example, come to, for example, discount. You can click on discount and click on it. You would see create and calculated field. Now, the third method, we can just click on, any part of the Canva, just right click, you'd see create calculated field. So for today, let's say I click on this drop down button and I want to create my calculated field. I select create calculated field. Now, the first thing I want to do is name my calculated field. What is the name of this calculated field? Yeah, so I'll name it 0. Once I name it 0, I come into the field itself and I put 0. Now, Tableau tells you this calculation is valid because it is valid. So once I say OK, I click OK. Now we can see our 0 here because we just created it. Now, once you see, you would see that in front of the calculated field, you see equals to just right before the hash measures, because the hash indicates measure. You see equal to. So that is, it simply says this is a calculated field. It did not come with the data, but it was imputed into the data by a field. So now, what we want to do is we want to bring 0 on our rows. Now, let's come to our marks and select pi. It's on pi now, but it is 0. Now we want to duplicate this 0 to give us 2 pi's. Now you can either hold Control, click and drag this 0 to duplicate. I'll take that again. You can hold Control, click and drag it to duplicate it, or you can decide to just bring in the 0 again. So however you feel it's good for you, you can bring in the 0 2 times, or you can just hold your control and duplicate it. So here we have 2 0. Now, once you look under your filter on this page, you will see sum 0 and sum 0 2. It simply means sum 0, this is your sum 0. This is your sum 0 2. The first one is our sum 0. The second one is our sum 0 2. Now, you would see all. It simply means whatever you do on this all affects both pies. But whatever you do on sum 0 affects just the 0. And whatever you do on sum 0 2 affects only the second pi. Right? Now, let's work with our first pi, which is sum 0. You have to select it. Okay, if you select it, it will come up. It will move up. So we select our sum 0. Now, the first thing we want to do is we want to bring our region. Want to bring our region to color. You see it is affecting just the first pi because that's what that's where we are working at the moment. So now let's bring our sales. Please, if I'm too fast, kindly call my attention, please. Thank you.
Could you please take that?
Okay. Did you get up to this point?
Yes.
Okay, now, like I said, we want to work on the first pi. You have to select the pi from the max pane here. From the you see pages, filters, marks. You select the first pi. That is what we want to work on now. So let's bring our region to color to give it colors to differentiate each region. Now, just like we did the other time, we want to bring our sales to angle. We are still working on the first pi. So whatever we do inside this pane, it will affect the first pi alone. Just the first pi. Now, let's go ahead and change the border to white. Yes, done that. Now, we're still in our first pi. Now
Sorry, how do you change the border again? Sorry.
Click on color. Then you see border. Then you select border. Then you change to white. Is that good?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Okay. So now we have our sales on angle, and we've changed the border color to white. Now let's bring our sales to label, just like we did the other time. Let's bring our sales to label it. Now, we can now further go ahead and change our sales to percentage, just like we did the other time. You select your sales, your sum sales. You would see this T, it simply means label. And you would see the T right in front of the sum sales because that is, we labeled it. So it's more like an indicator, just like we have the angle, more like an indicator here, the angle logo. So it's not a logo, but it's the angle. So we select our sum sales and do our quick table calculation, and we change it to the percentage of total. Then we can now go ahead and format the pi. Let's go and change the percentage to, let's go and remove the 2 decimal places or the 2 decimal points. Okay, we have that. So after this, we want to label the region. We can now further bring our region to label as well, just like we did the last time, to label the pie chart. However, let us increase our screen. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay. So we can leave it at entire screen for now. So are we all up to this stage?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move forward then. Now, having done this, now let's go to the second pie. Now let's go to the, and don't forget, we have not formatted this, the first pie, but I decided not to do formatting because we don't have much time, that much, but we know how to format, I believe so, because we've done that over time and over again. So let's come to the second pie. Now, click on the second pie. We're on the second pie. So let's click on the pie and want you to change the color. First thing I want to do is change the color to white. Change the color of the pie to white. And okay, we can as well change the border to white. Okay, so haven't done that. Haven't done that. We've changed the second pie to white. Now, once you come to the sum zero here, right on your row, you would see a drop down. If you click on the drop down, you would see dual axis. We simply want to merge both pies together. So we want to place one over the other by dualizing each pies. So once you select dual axis, the both pies as they've meshed together, then we'll come to size. Select size. You can now bring it up, let's see, or you bring it down. Let's see. Okay, it's coming up. You can bring it up just to make it look more like a donut. Yes, this is a donut. So basically, we have dualized each pies to give us a donut. So we've placed both pies on each other. Now, just like we did a while ago or some few minutes ago, whatever we do on the all will affect both pies. Whatever I do on sum 0 will affect the first pie, and whatever I do on sum 02 will affect the second pie. So having done this, we should then come to, let's come to format. So I haven't come to format. Let's come to lines because we want to remove all these lines. We want to remove all these lines, all these lines. Okay, you can see 0 lines. This it simply means the line in the middle. The 0 line, let's say none. It's off. Now we want to remove this because it's not useful. Why is my show me not closing? I don't know. Okay, good. So we want to remove this these two, it's not useful. So what we have to do is right click on it and show header. If you select show header, it will be off. The same thing applies to the second part, show header, it will be off. And our pie is in the middle of the Canva. So with this way, or in this manner, we have simply demonstrated the normal pie and the donut chart. This is not really useful. I would delete this because I have it already. So we have the normal pie and the donut chart. Is this clear for us? However, don't forget we've not formatted this donut, but we can as well come to format it and let's see, we can change the semi-bold. Yes, we have that. Okay, and let's say we'll bold it. So we'll come to sum of sales. Well, it has been formatted anyways. So we've simply arrived at our donut chart to further visualize what we visualized here. It's the same thing, but this is more used than this. Okay, is there any other question? Any question?
Yeah, just a quick one. So both of my pie charts are showing as white. I think I might have done it as all, as you know, to shade in the white to make it a donut, but the whole donut is white.
Okay, you mean your it's not coming up?
No.
Okay, can you quickly share your screen?
Yeah, sure. 2 seconds.
Okay. Can you share your screen, please?
Yeah, 2 seconds. You see my screen?
Can you enlarge your, okay. Can you bring your screen size to, okay, to standard or to entire view, sorry.
It's in it because I'm using a different laptop, so I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, can you close your format pane? Okay. Can you select the standard screen size? Can you select it in entire view?
Where is that?
Just right
Oh yeah.
under, yes, put it at entire view. Okay. Can you control, okay, just hold on. What have we got? Okay, come to size.
Size.
Yes,
Yeah.
come to size, click on it. No, yeah, click on it. Now, bring the size down. Bring it down again. Bring it down. Down.
Okay.
So it's the size that is the issue.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, you can stop
Thank you.
sharing now. Okay. Okay, so having done that, let's go and open a new sheet as we demonstrate a few other visualization. Now, I want to demonstrate a bar chart. I wanted to show us a what's it called? A dashboard that we can come up with. Just a minute, I'll get it out. That's it. Okay. Now, Okay, a minute. I'll try open it. So, what is it? Okay, so now let's say we want to have a bar chart as this, or no, a dashboard as this. Let's, for example, let's say we want to have revenue by source here, but in our case we have something different. And let's say we have our pie charts, and we want to have the sales profits on the side, and we want to have top products, something like this. And yeah, let's say we want to have something like this. Now, what we can do in our case, what we can do in our case is this. So we can have our, for example, let's say we have categories. Where is our category? We have categories on rows. Yeah. And we have our sales on columns. Let's say we have our sales on columns. Yeah. Now, let's say we want to bring in our region. Yeah. Want to bring in our region behind category. Now, we would see that Tableau has splitted the region into different, it has splitted the categories into different regions. And let's say we want to like, okay, yeah, from the highest to the smallest, we want to sort it from the highest sales to the smallest, just like as we have here. Now, if we now further decide to break it down into different category, to this subcategory that we have in the data, Tableau has picked the region and has splitted all the items in their different categories. It has splitted it into their subcategories. Now, let's now say we want to bring in our states, want to further know the sales by states. As you can see that in the central region of Illinois, it has further broken down the categories into subcategories and their sales according to from the highest value down to the smallest. Now, let's now say from our state, we want to bring it down to city. It will do the same thing. And let's say to postal code, it will break those sales down by their different postal codes, but it will be a lot of information, just like we have it. So if we want to say, want to look at the data from the region level, this is what we'll have. And if we decided that, okay, I want to separate those regions by giving them different colors. And this is our legend right here. It shows that, okay, the center is blue, the east is this color, the south is red, and the west is this other color. So because we do not have something like this, but we have something that is closely related. Because this chart that we have here, it's the combination of two different information. Like here we have domestic and imported. So one bar is representing, the darker color is representing a category called domestic, and the lighter blue is representing imported. So for example, say, sorry, for example now, this organization knows that their region is coming more from imported goods rather than domestic goods. So if we want to have a dashboard that is as simple as this, we know that, okay, we have our pie, we have revenue by, we have our own information, sales category by their different region. And if we want to look at the data from the region level, we can. If we want to look at the data from the state level, we can as well. Or for example, if we have a business case that talks about let's say discount, we want to use a scattered plot for that to know, okay, on which good was given discount, how much of a discount was given. We'll still get to that, but we can do all of that here. So now we can further break it down by showing the different level of information from that data. So this way it helps the stakeholder of the organization to make decision, because they know that, okay, this particular product in the East, technology is doing very well. In the West, technology and furniture, they are selling really well. So which is not selling very well? They know that office supplies isn't doing very well. Then they can come up with strategies to further increase the sales, maybe by giving discounts. And we know that when you give discount on a business, you could actually make or mar the business. You can make more or you can lose more. Some of the products can bring more profit to the business, while some of those products can bring loss to the business. Just like someone was saying in a video that I watched, he said to buy some certain things, you need to wait for the end of the year. Maybe like, for example, for example, where I am, some of these organizations during December, they want to like sell off a lot of their items. Maybe it could be cars. They want to sell them off because they know that by the beginning of the coming year, there would have been new supplies and new other stuff. So they would decide to like, okay, let's give discount on all these products so that people can buy them. So that way, they probably might make more. They probably might not make much money during that period. So that's the essence of bar charts like this. It further helps the business to see from the region level, and they can further go to the state level and see which of the states is making more, which of the states is losing, what can they do, how can they be better in terms of strategies to further improve the organization's business. Okay, so let's open another sheet for the last visualization for tonight. We'll be working on the map just like we did the last time. We'll be diving more into the map. Now, just like we did the last time, let's bring in our country on the Canva. Now, because we brought in country, we have this circle pointing to United States, because Tableau has realized that this data is the data for an organization in the United States. Now, we can now decide to open it up to the region level. Then it further breaks it down. Then we'll open it to state level. Now, because it is automatic, it is automatic, it gave it a circle indicator. So we know that, okay, these are the states, blah, blah, blah. These are the states in this data set. Now, let's say we had it in map. This is what it will look like. This is what it will look like. But now, let's bring it back to shape. Let's bring it back to shape, and let's say, okay, shape. Now, once we bring it back to shape, we'll see another tooltip or another icon here saying shape. Once we open the shape, once we open it up, if we select more shapes, this is what we have. This is the default shape. However, we can go into the default, select another type of shape. Another type of shape, and we can then select the type that we want. So we just have to click on this and click on what shape we want. So for example, let's use this, let's see, automatically it changes on the chart. So let's say, okay. And then we know that, okay, these are the informations we have, and this is what we are dealing with. So, and then we can come to size and adjust the size of the shapes to make them smaller or to make them bigger. However, we don't want them bigger. But I decided to play around this on all of these buttons so that we ourselves we can see for ourselves, and maybe when we have time to visualize this particular data ourselves, we can we play around with all of these things because they are there for us to play around with and to get closer to the software and to become better at it. Now, after I might have adjusted the shape. Now, let's say we want to see the number of profits in each state. Let's say we want to bring our profits to size so that the profit made in each state can be according to their size. Now, we would see that the size is, okay, we can see that here in the central region, a place called Michigan, we have a big amount of profits. If we come to New York, we have a bigger shape. But this is not really doing justification to this visualization. Then we have to then come back and change it to map. Yeah. So we would see that as we move our cursor around, we can see every information we need. However, now let's bring our profit. Let's bring our profit to color. Let's remove our profit from size because it's not really doing justice to it. So if we want to remove any information, you can Ctrl Z or just hold whatever information you want to be, just hold it and drag it out, and you are fine. So now let's bring back our profit to color. Let's bring back our profit to color. So this way, we can further format the color to edit the colors to say, okay, to see what's going on with the colors. Now, let's say we want to I love to step the colors. Let's say 5 steps, 5 steps. Now, I want to see, to know that I want to see that wherever the map is red, we are not making much of the money. But when I see this light blue down to the dark blue, it simply means we are making progress. It simply means the business is making money from that part of the from that city or from that state. So let's say I select custom diverging, and yes, I select red, and let's say I move my stepping to 6. So this way, I have a color that is closer to red, which means the business is not making money from that angle. Now, I can further come to advance. And set my center point to 0. Set my center point to 0. Then, if I click on apply, we'll see that it will change automatically. And it simply means places like Texas, the business is not making much of money. Places like Colorado, places like Arizona, places like Oregon, places like Illinois, places like Ohio, places like Pennsylvania, and a few other places. But I know that California is making a lot of profit. Same with New York and a few other places that has this light blue. And that has this light blue. Now, we can now decide to further label this map.
Hi, Albert. Hello. Sorry to interrupt you.
Okay.
Please, are you able to repeat the process of formatting the color in terms
Okay.
of the profits, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So I said to bring our profit from size to color. Then we go into the color pane. We'll come to edit the color. Then we come to the color palette. Let's say I select custom diverging. Let's see. Okay. Let's say I select custom diverging here. And I click on stepped color. I step it into 6 places. Then I click on this brownish color, or is it wine? And I select red. So it simply means once I see red, I know that the business is not making much money in that area. Then I come to advance. I click on the center of my map. I leave it at 0. And as soon as I apply it, as soon as I apply it, it changes. And I select my OK. So this, because we know that the essence of this color is to define the amount of profit. So we know that this business is not making profit in some states or some regions. Then we can then further label what's it called? The map. Yeah. So, and how do we label the map? Can anybody tell me?
When you say label, if you give me the name, you just drag it into label.
Yes. So what are we dragging into label?
I'm talking about is it the not the regions? regions?
No, not the region, but the state.
State, okay.
We bring in the state, it simply labels it. However, let's say we bring in the region. Let's see what it will do. It will only label them using west, central, north, and east, and stuff like that. But we don't want that. We don't want that. So we simply put our states to label the map. And then from our next class, we'll have a business case that I'll be working with. So I don't forget. Now on this map, if we click on, there is a button right here. This is zoom. If we want to zoom, we can, you can zoom in into the map. And there is another one. This is pan. This pan is to move around the map. Let's see. Yeah, pan is to move around the map. And there is the rectangular selection, is to select a certain place on the map. Once you select a certain place, it will take out the remaining parts of the map. To simply take out the remaining parts, leaving us with where we selected. Yeah, leaving us with where we selected. Now the pan tool, it moves the map around just like this. It moves the map around. And we have the radial selection. It's more of it's a selection tool. We just have to select a circled point, and it gives us information of that point. And then we have the lasso selection. It's more like something like this, and it gives us information concerning that place. We select a certain part using the lasso, and it gives us information concerning that part. Now that concerning that. However, we want to bring our profit to label, so we can have an idea of how much profit we have from the different states. So I want us to know that the shape, it works with sizes, different sizes. Shape works with different sizes, while the areas, it works with color, just like we have here. This is a certain area, and it works with colors. So if we, for example, if we select shape, for example, let's say we select shape, and where's the shape? Select the shape. Then I open it up to the region. It gives it different shapes, just 4 shapes, because it has 4 different regions. Yeah. Now, let's say I select this shape. Let's say I select this shape. It gives us 4 different shapes. And then I can adjust the size of the shape. Let's say I've done that. Then I can then move, for example, move profit to size. Can move profit to size. So it comes down to the region, and it increases the shapes by the amount of profit in each.
Hi, Albert.
Sorry, hold on, please. It increases the profit by those shapes. Okay, you can go on, please.
Yeah, can you remind me how you added the shape to the box?
Okay. you come to this place, it usually has automatic. Can you say?
Yeah, I get it. Thank you.
Okay. Then you can further move into the shape and select the shape of your choice.
Yeah.
So if we now decide to break it down to state level, it increases the shapes. Yeah. So like I said, the shape, it works with sizes. It works with sizes while the area, it works with color. And then we can further bring our profit on. Let's say we bring our profit to color, you know, it gives it this color. Then we can further move into the color pane and select our type of color that we want, just as we want it. And we can say, okay. So just to demonstrate that the shapes, it works with the shape works with sizes, while the areas, they work with color, just as we have it here. And however, we know that we've not formatted this map. We can then decide to format it by moving into the format box, and we can come to the sum profit and format it as well. So we can format a lot of things here. So the formatting, it depends on the analyst that is doing the analysis. However, just for us to know that, okay, this is how we can format on Tableau, just as we've done it over time. So the assignment I would give us is, let us format this map. Let us format the information on this map, and let's see what we can come up with. If that's fine. So from next class, we would place all of this information. We'll place them on a dashboard, and we'll see what it looks like before we move on to the next thing. So with this, I'll be calling it today. If there is no question, does anybody has a question? Now, is it clear for us? Is it clear?
I have one question.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, so the donuts,
Yeah.
mine did not turn out that way.
Okay, can you share your screen, please?
Okay, just a minute. I think, yeah, apologies. Mine came out terribly, so I don't know how.
Okay. Can you click on your can you click on your 02 sum from the max place? Yeah, just click on it. Then first thing, come to the size. Try to adjust the size. Move it up, move it down. Let's see. Wait. Okay. Okay. Okay, move it down. Okay, come to your 01. Your sum 01. Is your okay. Okay, you know what? Remove everything you have here. Remove everything. No, not from there. Just hold and drag all of those things out yet, one after the other. Okay. Remove the zeros from the rows. From the rows. The sum 0 you have on your row here.
Okay.
Not here, not here. Come to your rows and column. Just under your
Oh
view,
yeah,
entire
that's
view here.
this one.
Yeah, just drag it down. Drag it down. Now close your format pane.
Okay, my format.
Yeah, close it. Now move your 0 to rows. Now duplicate it. Okay. Okay, now come to color. Let's see. Why is your patch black? Why is it black? Ah, it's the opacity. Reduce the opacity.
Oh, okay.
Just okay. I think that was actually the issue, but it's fine. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, just a minute. Okay. So, where's my, okay, cool. Just bring out your cursor, take it out. Okay, click on your sum 01, the first one. Okay, now, bring region on color. Bring your region to the color. Okay, your region is on color. Now bring sales to angle. Okay, now click on color and select the border. Change it to white. Click on it. Yeah, change it to white. Okay, now click out. And then now bring your sales to label. Now click on the change it to percentage. Yeah. Okay, now go and format the percentage to 2 decimal. Remove the 2 decimal place just behind it. Yeah, format. Now click on your fields. Yeah, percentage, yes. Yeah, percentage, then to 0. Okay, now that's fine. Now bring region to label. Close your format pane, bring region to label. Okay, now select the second pie. Yeah, click on it. The first thing you want to do is change the color to white. Now come to the border as well, change it to white.
The white stuff.
Yeah, the border, come to the border, change it to white. Now click out. Now come to the sum 0 that you have on your row. No, not there, not there. You're not working from that pane. Come to your rows and columns, Yeah. Yes, come to the one with 0. I mean, this, yes, the first one. Yeah, click on no, not that one. The one right in front. Yeah, click on the drop down. Now click on dual axis. Now click on your, okay, it's on dual axis. Now come to size. Now reduce the size, let's see. Okay, move it up a bit. Okay, I've seen what the problem is. Your second sum 0 is supposed to be 2. Yes, it is 2. Click on your the first sum 0. Yeah, click there. Click on the color. Now bring the opacity to 100, let's say. Okay, now come to the sum zero, the second one. No, the second sum zero, the second one. Yeah. Click on the color. Bring the opacity to 100 as well. Now click out, select the size. Now bring the size down a bit. There you have it.
Um,
Is that fine now?
yes.
Then you can further go and format it. That should be fine.
No worries.
So you
Thank
can stop sharing. Okay. Is there any other question? Is there any other thing? Is it fine for us? Okay. In the absence of none, I would believe that we all understand very well. Okay. So thank you very much. I'll be seeing you next week Wednesday. And please don't forget to format your map. Let's see what you can come up with. Then we can start with the first dashboard and see what we can come up with. Okay. So thank you very much. Good evening, Mr. DG. How are you?
Thank you so much, Albert. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's really, really, good what you are doing. Yeah. So to be honest, I thought that Tableau would be very intelligent to know how to do donuts because I think you can do it in Excel without having to go through, all these steps anyway.
Yeah, Tableau does not have it does not have the donut intelligence, but it has a pie chart intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we know that currently most analysts make use of the donut chart.
Mm.
So the only way you can come up with the donut chart is to start with the calculated field.
Okay.
You have two charts, so then you can do out both axes, and then you can have a donut chart. Unlike Power BI, that you can just select the size of the pie chart and it changes to donut. So
Yeah, because it just looked as if superimposing a circle under a pie chart.
yes, but the management doesn't know you did it that way, but they are seeing it though.
All right, I get that.
And the end result is what matters.
Okay, all right, I get that. Thank you. All right, thank you so much, Albert. Yeah.
You're welcome. All right, guys. See you guys next week. Thank you and good night.
All right.